Hi and welcome to Let's Talk eBay. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is April 23rd, 2021. Thank you for tuning in. I just want to start off by saying thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I hope you like the content and come back for more. Today I want to do basically a slide presentation. I'm not really good at it, folks, but I'm just sharing this information with you guys. I just put some of the stuff that came to the top of my head and I just want to share it with you guys out there. For those who are thinking about selling on eBay, or if you are an avid seller on eBay, I'm just putting it out there to share it with you, and I hope the information I put out helps. Hope you get a little takeaway from it. I'm not going to expand too much on the topic, but at the same time, I want to get the message out there to you guys. So as you can see here, I only have 10 slides. Well, I don't know if you can see it over here, but I only have 10 slides over here. And the first one is how to become a better seller on eBay. Now, for those who don't know, just a little bio of myself. I've been on eBay for over 20 years. I've been with them since July of 1999. On and off, I had full-time jobs prior to going on eBay, so I started getting more into it I should say back in June of 2016, where a company had a big layoff and all our jobs went overseas, and so therefore my part-time hobby venture became into a full-time hobby venture. So it also gave me more time to focus more on the eBay business and also to create more YouTube videos. And for those who are new and you're wondering what my YouTube channel is all about, I like to do videos on online reselling. I do the Let's Talk eBay segment, which we're doing now. I also do the reseller news, and I'm also a vlogger. So there may be maybe times I might be talking about some of the software I use to create my videos, or some little do-it-yourself trick, do-it-yourself videos, how-tos, and save you and do some tips and tricks on how to become a better seller on eBay. And that's what my YouTube channel is all about, folks. It's to help inspire and share. And for all intents and purposes, it is to help you, the potential eBay seller, because you may want to sell on eBay, but then again, you may not. So anyway, I'm going to go through this here. I'm going to expand a little on it. It's only 10 slides, counting this one here. So I'm just going to be basic and brief. I just figured put the stuff out there that came to my mind as far as like how to become a better seller. I know there's more. I can be in more detail with it, but I figured just to give you the basics of it, okay? So I know there may be experienced sellers out there that may say, well, you could have added this to it, you could have added that to it, you could have been a little more definitive in this, that area, or whatever. But for all intents and purposes, I want to keep this brief as possible, but at the same time, get the message out there to you guys. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, the first slide is how to become a better seller on eBay. So let's go down to number one. Finding good items to sell. It says over here, when starting out, look for things around the house. The stuff you were going to put out in a garage sale can now be sold on eBay instead. And the good part is you don't have to put the unsold items away, right? I mean, the unsold items back, right? Think about it. The stuff that sells, you get rid of what you get rid of, right? I mean, I've seen it many times. I went to garage sales with my brother or whatever, and when you're getting to go to the very end, like when it's getting close to closing up time, where they're going to stop, going to close up shop for the day, sometimes you can get some good deals like that. And the sellers out there on the garage sales, they will, in most cases, pretty much, I'm not saying 100% now, don't quote me wrong in this here, but they may take an offer that they want you have that item laying around, they want to get rid of it, and they may take an offer. If you make a best offer, they may. You never know, So, this is something to think about, and you never have to worry about, like I said again, when it comes to sourcing for items, because the next slide over here is going to be, again, no items around the house to sell. No worries. You could source your items. You could source for items to sell at your neighborhood yard sales, or at your local thrift store, or Salvation Army, and your area department stores like Walmart and Target. And buy items on sale at discount or discounts. They call this retail arbitrage. For those who don't know exactly what I'm talking about here, is people will go to places like Walmart and Target and maybe some other department stores in your area, because you might have a different department store where you live in different states, and you will buy those items at discounted prices, or what do you call it there? When they have running sales Okay, so and that's what they call retail arbitrage, and they even do this on eBay. Just like I said here, sellers will buy from another seller at a lower price through best offer and resell it for more money in some cases. I've heard that done, from other sellers. They are, or should say eBay, sellers. They will buy off another seller at a try to get the price cheaper because they know what it's selling for. They may not share it with you, but they may buy it cheaper, from another seller, because that seller may not be fully influenced, aware of what's going on, as far as how much the item should sell for. It's only if he didn't do his research, and they may, or the seller may just want to get rid of it, even though he or she may know that the item could sell for more money. Just probably want to unload it. Okay, the seller wants to buy it. Who knows? But they don't really know. I mean, what I'm saying? Because the seller, the seller becomes a buyer, right? Think about it. So in some cases, they will do retail arbitrage even on eBay as well. The next slide over here is time to set up and start selling. It says when getting set up, you need to take good photos. You don't need an expensive camera to do that. If you have one, then you're good to go. A cheap camera will do. Even better yet, a cell phone will do just as well. It's true. With the cell phones today, I have the iPhone 8. I was using for the longest time my iPhone 5S. I would take pictures with that sometimes to put up on eBay. With the technology they got today in these cell phones, the quality is pretty good, I have to honestly say. And the more higher end ones you get, it's even better yet. I have the iPhone 8 here, and even iPhone 5S Plus, that took great pictures too, to be honest with you. I have no complaints with that. I mean, remember, we're selling on eBay, okay? We're not a commercial company, a business here, although we want our photos to look good, all right? A lot of people tell you on eBay, take good photos, whenever you can. I also have a Sony CyberShot camera, a digital still camera. Back in the day when I bought it for the family. It wasn't really bought for eBay, and I spent $500 for that camera back then. Today, you go buy that same camera on eBay, you're lucky you get the $40-50 for it. But it just goes to show you with the technology and how prices come down and stuff like that, they lose their value because it's not state of the art anymore. It's only a 3.3 megapixel, but if you look at my listings on eBay, they're pretty decent, I have to honestly say. I would like to upgrade to another camera, but, money's a factor right now. I always say your wallet dictates your spending, right? Your spending. So if you don't have much money to spend, you got to do it, what you have. That's plain and simple. So don't worry about having, an expensive camera. Like I said again, if you do have one, then you're good, all right? But if not, go with the iPhone. Go with a cell phone. Doesn't mean an iPhone. Go with a cell phone. It's just as good. It takes just as good enough pictures for me, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Going to the next slide. Time to write up your description. Okay. Description is very important. It tells a potential buyer all about the item you're selling. So it's very important you describe the item in full detail, letting them know if the item has faults, like it has scratches, dings, or dents. It's better be upfront and honest with your potential buyer, because if there is some minor detail left out, you will hear from your buyer when they leave you a negative or neutral feedback. I don't want neither one of those. Okay? When I'm getting ready to sell something, and I'm going to use this cell phone as an example, I will look at this thing. As crazy as it may sound, you're going to look at it. I will look at the phone, and I'll make sure I go over it. If it's it has a case on it, but let's say it didn't have the case. I want to make sure there's no cracks around the edges. There's no, discoloration from wearing and stuff like that. And I want to go over it. I want to look at it in detail, and I want to describe it in detail. Okay, if there is a crack on the screen or a little chip or a scratch on the paint or something like that, I want to put that down. I don't want to give the buyer a reason to leave me a negative and neutral feedback. Say, hey, the guy said it was in perfect condition. When I got it, had a little chip on the screen, the back casing had a scratch on it, and so on and so forth. So, folks, what is it going to take to do that there? You have the item in front of you. Do that there. Just, be very detailed. Be descriptive in there. Put it all down. Put it all down. Put that information out there. And not only that, it shows that you're an honest seller too. Okay, I've had feedbacks. If you read some of my feedbacks prior to, if you ever do check my eBay listings out, read my feedbacks and you'll see what some of the people talk about. Item as described. Great item, great shipping, all that other stuff, But they come out and tell you, if you believe me, today, if people don't do right by by the buyer, you're going to hear it. You are going to hear it. Trust me. All right, let's move to the next slide here. Okay, time to list your item. Okay, once you take your photos and you've written your description, it's time to list your item on eBay. But prior to listing, always do your research first. Compare your item with other sellers to see what they're selling their items for. If they are charging a higher price, you might want to lower your price, hopefully to make a sale. Competition, right? That's what it's all about. They're selling high, you want to sell a little low. You want to unload that item. You don't want it staying around too long. I have to do that. Matter of fact, probably after I do this video, I'm gonna have to go into my listings and drop the prices a little lower. Maybe offering some sale prices. So yeah, that's gonna take place too. So I mean, we're all in it. We got to do these things as time goes on. Sure, does it cut your profit margin down? Sure, it does. But what are you gonna do? You want to, you're gonna let it stagnate there and sit there and sit and sit and sit. You want to get it's not making you any money by sitting there. So sometimes you got to bite the bullet and know when to fold them. It's like the old saying, you're playing cards, you got to know when to fold them, right? So there are times that's going to happen, and there's nothing we can really do about it. I mean, there's a lot of competition out there. According to the last time I did a Google search on how many active sellers are on eBay, according to Google search, and I'm only going by what they said, there was 25 million active sellers on eBay. So that's a lot of competition out there. So, you got to do whatever you can. And if you could afford to take a little, a lower profit margin, you might not be happy with it, but at least you're unloading it. And like my father used to say, God rest his soul, slow nickels bring in fast dimes, and his thing is if you sell a lot of volume for a small amount, but you'll make it up other ways, I guess, quicker with the selling. That's why you would say slow nickels bring in fast dimes. Along that line, it's something along that line. I think you guys will get the gist of what I'm trying to say. All right, let's move to the next one here. Final check before listing. Now, the reason why I did it this way here, I said a final check is because I found, even when I do sneak peek videos, demo videos, and intro videos, right? I found that when I'm doing the video, I might be showcasing it or whatever, saying these are the items, sneak peek videos. Let's go with sneak peek videos. That I'm looking at the items and I'm just giving it a fast glance. I'm not really paying attention too much to the little minor details, like if it's got flaws in it or whatever, because I'm over here showing you guys out there, potential buyers, hey, this is what I'm selling, this, that, and I go on and on, talk a little about it, give it a brief description. Sometimes I say, yeah, it's got a little wear in here and there and on, right? But there are times afterwards when after I take the photos and I get ready to upload them, I'm looking at the pictures. I always check my pictures out thoroughly, because what the human eye don't see, or the naked eye don't see, as they say, the camera will pick it up. And I've seen it happen many times over with me. I will look at an item, I'll be doing a demo video or a sneak peek video, and I'm going over and saying this and that. And then when I start taking pictures, because I always take a picture front, backs, all around, all four corners, and I do macro zooms on it. So when I do the macro zooms, I look at the picture and I say, oh my gosh, I didn't put this in when I did the video, I didn't even take notice of it. But it's okay, because I'll tell you why. If I caught it before it actually was uploaded on eBay, I'm good to go. I'm okay. I'm safe with that. Okay. If you see something, like if I seen something in a video, I'm doing a sneak peek video and I see it, this, let's say the cell phone again, it's got a crack in it, but I forgot to put it in. No, it ain't okay. That's why I always like to check everything twice. Okay, and the photos, like I said, when you're taking photos, my camera has the macro zoom in it, so when I'm zooming in on that camera and doing a close-up of it, it's going to show every little minute detail in there. Okay, and I caught myself a few times, okay, where I said I thought the thing was in really good shape, even though I said it was like I had light wear on it, and then I look, it's like, wow, I didn't take notice of that, but the camera picked it up. Now, I wear glasses for reading. I don't wear them for, so when I'm taking pictures, I have to wear the glasses because my camera, it's got a small screen in there. So I have to wear glasses to see it, People may say, why don't you upgrade to a new camera? Like I said again, I consider myself a frugal entrepreneur. So for me, I have to take chances like that there. I use photo editing software, editing software. So I could always, enlarge it, make it bigger and see, in its full, full view of it. So I always get a general idea that way. In time to come, if this business is to pick up and becomes more and more profitable, then I will consider of getting another camera. I have an idea of the camera I want to get, but right now it's not in my budget right now. So that's what I'm saying. And also, You want to make sure you upload it in the proper category. I don't know if I said this. Also check to make sure the item is in the proper category. All right, let's recap this one again, because I think I might have skipped this here. Before you list your item, I don't think I said this here. Before you list your item, make sure it is spelled correctly. Okay, if you're selling something, again, I'm going to use the iPhone. I put iPhone and I spell it wrong. I say iPhone 25 or whatever, something stupid, or I misspell iPhone in general. It's not going to, and I'm putting in the title. Again, the way I understand the algorithms, I could be wrong. If I am wrong, please correct me with that there. When eBay's algorithm goes searching for these things here, if it's misspelled, that could also put a setback in your sales too, because now it's not searchable because you spelled the name wrong, or you added a different model that you made up out of your mind, not intentionally, but mistakenly, right? So these things are very important. So make sure you spell the item correctly in your title, and the description is checked to make sure everything is listed, meaning if it has any issues, like I said again, scratches, dings, or dents, or whatever, give it the once over prior to hitting the upload key, okay? And also check to make sure it's in a proper category. Make sure it's in a proper category, because it may hinder or may not show up in search. If you got it in a different category than what it's supposed to be in, it's going to probably sit there in cyberspace. So make sure you check these things out. Let's go to the next one here. Responding to questions. Very important. Very important that you respond to questions from potential buyers. I usually notice I throw the word potential. I don't always like to say buyers, because they may not be a buyer. That's why I was putting there potential buyers, okay? Because you don't know if that person is definitely going to buy the item. But I tell you this, okay, and I could say this firsthand because it affected me. This is what happened with me, okay? I was looking for an item. I don't know if it was for toner cartridge or for something. It might have been, I think I talked about this in one of my videos in regards to buying a new postage scale. And I remember going to a particular seller, and I was looking there, and I was trying to get a message across. I wanted to get a message to it there, and I didn't get a feedback from that person, from that seller. So what did I do? I went to another seller. So that particular seller, who I was originally going to, I had a question to ask, didn't get back to me. I went to another seller and I made the purchase that way. So he or she lost that sale from me. And that's what I'm saying over here. Respond to questions. Now that your items are listed, you may have potential buyers asking you questions about the item you just listed. If, whenever possible, try to answer the buyer as soon as you can. Waiting too long may cause the potential buyer to go elsewhere, and therefore causing you to lose a sale. People don't want to wait around all day. I'm like that, okay? I can speak for myself. I can't speak for you out there, but you may say, I got all the time in the world. I'm very spontaneous. I can't wait around. I need to get that thing. If I have to do something, I set out to do it. And if it comes to buying something, I can't wait around and hobnob with people and wait. Well, maybe the guy will get back to me today or sometime later tomorrow, whatever. I don't do that there. So if I don't get a response right away, I go elsewhere. And that's what I'm trying to say. So respond to those questions whenever you can. If you're driving in a car, of course, you're not going to do that. You're not going to get involved in a problem or an accident because you got to respond to a potential buyer. But when you're at the store or whatever at your leisure, try to answer them in a reasonable time. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Okay, what makes a good seller? Maintaining a good reputation on eBay is important, and being a top-rated seller assures the buyer that you are dedicated to your business and that they are your number one priority, and that you will do whatever it takes to keep them happy and keep them coming back. All right? For me personally, my buyers are my number one priority, and I will jump through hoops to make sure they are happy. Because why? I want repeat customers. I want people to keep coming back and buying from me over and over again. So the most important thing is to keep a good reputation on eBay. I always tell people when they're prior to making any purchases, I tell people to please check out my feedback prior to making a purchase, and let them see for themselves. Let them be the judge, okay? And the thing is to maintain 100% positive feedback if all possible, okay? Now, sometimes things happen. We can't account for it. You might have a disgruntled buyer. No matter what you do, you may put out good information. You may put out good description, and you're doing everything by the book, And when the buyer gets the item, they may not be happy with it for some apparent reason. Maybe you left something out, or maybe they just, I don't know, don't want the item and they make an excuse up. I've had that happen to me. And I'm going to share this with you guys. I sold a Sony digital clock radio, and I might have it listed around here somewhere. I might have the actual comment from the buyer. Anyway, I don't know what model it was. He sends me a message to me on eBay, and he says, I purchased this item from you, and he goes, I'm upset. He goes, but you said that this item works really good and stuff like that. It's been tested, it works good. And I found that I can't set the clock on here. The clock saying, no matter what I've done, he goes, he told me, this is what he said in his messaging. He goes, I checked out the listing on eBay, on Google. He did a Google search on the user manual on how to set the clock, and he said, therefore, it wasn't working. And then he told me at the end of it, he says something to the effect like, well, I would like to have my full refund, and I think you should pay for return shipping. So I said, no problem. I offer return shipping anyway. But long story short, when I got that item back, when I got it back, the item did work, It was sent out the same day after I got it back. I did check it out to make sure it worked. I relisted on eBay, and by the end of the day, it sold. That item has been off this premises for months now. No complaint from the buyer stating that this item does not work or doesn't set time. If it was like that, the buyer would let me know. Believe me, the new buyer, not the first one. Here's the thing I want to say. I think personally, because this is the second time this happened. It happened once before with the Keurig coffee machine. Someone said they bought a Keurig coffee machine off me. They said, oh, this thing was spilling water all over the place, coffee grounds all over the place. And they said, I want to send it back. I want a full refund. I said, sure, send it back, no problem. I got it back, and everything that buyer stated was not true. There was no leakage. There was no coffee grains going all over there, all over the place, like they said. It was just buyer remorse. The buyer did not. I guess the buyer wanted their money back, and they made up a story like this. Here's what I want to say to eBay. Now, I'm not going to get too dwell on a topic, but eBay should have a thing in there when it comes to returns, not as described, or doesn't work or something like that, defective, or item is not as described, something along that line. They should add in there, buyer is not happy with the item, wishes to return it. Add that in there instead of having defective item. Item is not as described or something like that there, because it goes as a ding on your report. That becomes a defect, and it stays on your seller performance there, in case you guys didn't know that. Now, as far as I understand, it'll stay on there for, I think, a year, and then eventually it comes off. But at the same time, if you get enough of them, it'll drop above from top-rated seller level to below standard, and then you lose that status. You lose your 10% discount, and any other little perks that come with being a top-rated seller, that goes away temporarily until you rebuild it back up again. So what I'm trying to say is no matter how hard you try to please your buyer, you're going to get one that's going to say, the item is not as described, or the item is defective, not working, whatever. I want to send it back, because there's no other excuse that eBay gives these these buyers a reason to say to return it. If the buyer came right out and said, I want to return this item because I found it cheaper elsewhere, I would have no problem with that. eBay should put something like that in there instead of having it, item not as described, or it doesn't work, it's defective. Because like I said again, that goes as a defect on your top seller rating performance. So they really should change that. And if they did change that, then you shouldn't get a defect report on your ding on your account, for the simple reason is, they just didn't want the item anymore. But the way eBay has it set up, that goes as a defect. But it only stays on for a year and eventually comes off. All right. And last but not least, we're going to come over here. Spread the word. Spread the word, right? Why not? It goes on to say here, with all the social media, there is no reason not to share your eBay business. If you have a YouTube channel, share it with the YouTube community. If you have a Twitter or a Facebook account, get the word out. While you're at it, you could tell your viewers about upcoming sales, do sneak peek videos, intro videos, and demo videos showing how the item works. How about a showcase, a video taking some of your items and showing the potential buyers or what you're selling. I do that sometimes. I showcase my stuff. I will go to the storage facility, bring it back here, and I will set up the display table back there and say, this is what I'm selling on eBay, and talk a little about each product or whatever I'm selling. And then, I'm just putting it out there. Now, some people may say, let me ask you a question. Doing videos like this here, or sneak peek videos, demo videos, do they really work? Does it help? Well, it's a yes and no question. It all depends who's watching it. If they watch, let's say, for example, I said at the end of this video, I'm going to do a sneak peek video. I don't know how many of you guys out there, viewers, are going to watch it to the end. You might say, I just spent 20 minutes listening to this guy. Now I'm going to watch a sneak peek video. I don't know. You may get turned off and say, that's enough. I had enough of this here. So I don't know. It's like I said again, it's a yes and no question with that there. I can't say for sure. I will say this though. In the past, when I was embedding videos in my listings with electronic items, I did get a couple response from people saying it was because of your video is what made me want to buy the item. Okay, and then there was one time I did reach out to a buyer who did purchase the item and that happened to have an embedded video in there, and I asked the buyer. I reached out to the buyer, vice versa, rather than the buyer reaching out to me. I reached out to the buyer in this case, and I said, when you bought this item, was it because you watched the video that made that buying decision? And the buyer said, yes, I bought the item based on your video. So is there a trade-off to it? Does it actually work? I would say, again, it's a yes or no thing. It all depends on if the buyer, the potential buyer that is, scrolls down to the bottom of your description and actually clicks on the button to see that demo video of that particular item. They may not. They may not see that video. They may not scroll all the way to the bottom. They might just want to read the title and the description, and that's it. They might not be interested in the video. So, it's an if thing, you know what I'm saying? It may and it may not, but it can't hurt. Like I said again, you got a YouTube channel. Why not put a video out there? Why not? Why not do a video on your eBay business here? Get the word out, folks. There's so many social media platforms out there. I mean, but you could use the basic ones, which would be YouTube would be number one, Twitter, Instagram. Hey, you could even do a little segue, 60-second segue on TikTok. And saying, hey, check me out on YouTube. Just as my YouTube channel, or check out my eBay business. I've done things like that. Again, people may ask, well, did you get a response from it? Hard to say. It could be a coincidental thing, but it seems at times when I do those, I put the word out on different social media platforms. It does seem that there's a little uptick in a sale or two. Not much, but again, I don't have a big following on those lists, on those things anyway, on those platforms. TikTok, I don't think I have any followers because I just started getting more into it. As far as Twitter, I put it out there. Again, it all depends if these people are going to click that button to watch the video. It can't hurt. So, when it comes to spreading the word, I definitely would recommend you do it. And you know what? If you've got, if you guys out there do try it and you do feel that, it did help in some way, if you want to drop a comment below, say, yeah, I tried that there, I seem to be a little uptick in sales. It's up to you. If you want to share it, that'd be great. I'm curious to see if it helped out or not. But look, folks, I don't want to take too much of your time. I probably took a lot of your time already. I'm sorry. I'm rambling on here. I do love making videos, and the most important thing, again, with my videos, I say this in my other videos. The most important thing is that you guys got to take away from it. Okay. Some people may see this video, you may be wishy-washy with it. It's like, I don't know, it seemed like it was all over, but I just put this video together just to share, the things that came to mind. I know I can get more in depth into it, get really into it and stuff like that, but I figured, let me try to keep it a little simple, brief, because I remember when I worked at my company, the last company I worked at, people were asking about how to go about selling on eBay. How do you do it? What is this PayPal account? They were asking very basic questions and stuff like that. There's some people had an interest in it, and I would explain to them how I went about doing it, because I was selling, doing listings, selling on eBay when I had a full-time job. I figured, hey, I could use the extra money, and people would ask me, oh, you sell on eBay? Yeah, I do. I sell on eBay. And, then one thing will lead into another. How do you do it? How do you sign up and all this other stuff? There's all these questions, and I'd be more than happy to answer them. Now, this video here, you may find some use out of it. You might have gotten a takeaway of some sort, I hope, and maybe not. But I hope you do. So like I said again, my videos, this YouTube channel for all intents and purposes is to help people out. I call it the His Initiative, to help, inspire, and share. And that is the most important thing in creating these videos. Like I said again, if you guys want to check me out on, when I do the reseller news, this is the Let's Talk eBay segment. And there'll be times I might be vlogging. But let me assure you one thing. The information I put on this YouTube channel is to help you. Okay. Do I do entertainment stuff? No, I don't. There may be times I might, talk about something a little off key in regards to my YouTube channel. But for the most part, the stuff I put on here is to help you guys out. Okay. I might do a video on the software I use to create my, my website. Or the video, I might do a video again. People have heard this so many times of the software I use to create my videos. Okay. So I do things of that nature. I also do it yourselves. How-tos, things of that nature. And I might do some showcasing of my videos. I've done it already on this channel. So again, it's going to be a little variety, but it's going to be new content though. Okay, I'm going to put new content. I know a lot of people say, well, everybody who makes videos, they're going to put new content. I know they do, but I'm just saying, I don't want you to think it's going to be stale, old stuff, But for the most part, it's going to be new content. And again, I like I said, again, I can't stress it enough. But if you do like the videos, if you do like any of my videos, check this, not only this one, but if you check out the other ones I did in the past, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. And if you want to be updated to when I post new videos, please hit that bell notification icon. Okay, that's the only way you're going to know. I can't reach out to you. You're going to have to reach out to me. I mean, I could do a video asking for people to sign up, but it's getting you people, if you get your viewers out there to watch the videos, and I can't do that. They can't, help in that respect. But I hope you guys do, like I said again, get a takeaway from it. I don't really have much more to say on this here. If there's anything that you guys want to, drop a comment below. If you want me to, if you felt I left something out or I didn't, do something in the right perspective, drop a comment below. I'll be more than happy to answer as long as it's a nice comment. I don't put videos out there for people to get mad and get upset with me. I do it with good intentions, folks. Okay. And like I said again, this is like I could have probably gotten to more greater detail with it, but I figure the people that are thinking about selling on eBay, whatever, this is just kind of like a little basic, brief overview on, what I thought would be important to them, okay, to the, potential eBay seller, I don't know. You may have been coming to my channel for the first time, and you probably want to know what I'm all about. So like I said again, it's the most important thing is to get a takeaway from it. So basically, that's it. That's all I can tell you guys right now. I don't think I'm going to be doing a reseller news, although I got a lot of Google alerts. I do have a lot of news to share with you guys. I don't think I'm going to put it out today because it'll be too much for you guys. Like I said, after this video, and then I'll do another one. I used to like to do 2 videos a day. Honestly, I used to like to do 2 videos a day. How I offset it, I will go, like I said again, I will go to TikTok, I will go to Instagram, Twitter, and drop a little, little comments in there, whatever, little tweets, as people like to say it, and I will talk a little about the business. I also do a podcast, although I'm kind of like putting that on the back burner, which is not really good because I'm trying to get that podcast going. And for those who don't know about the podcast, you could do it too. You just go to www.anchor, like a fishing anchor, .fm, and you could read more into it. That's another way of getting, and I do advertise on that there. I only get a half hour of podcasting, which is good enough for me because to talk for a whole hour, I probably could. I know I could, but I think a half hour doing a podcast is good enough for me. And with that podcast, again, I will advertise or put out tell people where to find me on YouTube and where to find my eBay business. So that's another thing that you guys may want to try. Try a podcast. It's for free. It don't cost anything. Seriously. It's called Anchor. Anchor.fm. www.anchor.fm. And once you click it on there, you could read more into it. Folks, it can't hurt. The whole idea is, like I said, spread the word out there, get it out there, get that information out there because, that's what's going to, people ain't going to know about you. what do you say? You go sight unseen, right? Try to get that word out there. And the more and more people will pick up on this here, and the more you keep putting out your, you advertise your YouTube channel and your eBay business, hopefully, just hopefully, your YouTube channel will grow, and hopefully your business will grow. So what do you got to lose? Seriously, what do you got to lose? All right, that's it for today. I just want to say again, thank you to all the new subscribers who recently subscribed to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. I do hope you like the content and you will come back for more. And as I always like to say in my closing part of my videos, if you are thinking about selling on eBay or you are an eBay seller, I am wishing you guys all the best in sales. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is April 23rd, 2021. You're watching Let's Talk eBay. Again, I'm wishing you all the best. Have a great day. Until next time, bye-bye for now.